Hey, what's going on? Y'all already know who it is. The host of one of the most latest social media shows out, and got one of the latest social media shows that's out. This is Paul TV Am. Good morning, everybody. So I've been sorry because I know a lot of people been writing to me. I apologize because I've been at work. You know what I'm saying? I've been working like 7 in the morning to 11, doing 16 hours. So that's why I haven't been able to get to a lot of things. But y'all know I answer every person that writes to me. I answer it. So a lot of y'all, thank y'all for the love. And I want to thank my 17 subscribers over on YouTube, and it's growing. So then I can do more content. So I appreciate all the love and support, and I want to thank the 17 people that's been sharing my show or whatever. So a lot of people been writing to me because they know I touch on everything, falls entertainment, politics, whatever. I always keep it 100%. If I don't keep it 100%, I don't even get on social media. So a lot of people been writing to me about the whole, I didn't know that Batwoman was really important to a lot of people. I even like that Batwoman myself. But a lot of people was like, Paul, be honest. Because even like with the Roseanne situation a couple of years back, when Roseanne was taken off, and I was like, I believe Roseanne should have been suspended, but I didn't believe they should have killed Roseanne off. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a wrong move to make it like, oh yeah, she overdosed. I think that was a little over the top. And after Roseanne left, I don't watch the corners. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, I grew up on Roseanne. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on her. So without Roseanne being on the show, I think that was a big conglomerate that was taken away from the show. Now let's flip over to Batwoman. A lot of people said, Paul, why did you feel as though that Batwoman went down? And eventually they wound up canceling it. I was a big Batwoman fan. I don't want to lie. But I think when Ruby left, that did it for me. You know what I'm saying? I think them switching, and I think them switching the Batwoman character to black, that threw it off to me. I don't want to lie. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a diehard Batman fan. Anybody knows me, Batman is my favorite. When I say my favorite superhero, I love Marvel. Don't get me wrong. But if it boiled down, Batman does it for me. I ain't even gonna lie. I like Batman more than Superman. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. And I just think that once Ruby had left, that threw the show off. And then how they tried to do her, like she died in a plane crash, and then, okay, they could have even kept it with the actresses they had playing the new Ruby Red. They could have left the actress, but I think having her come back, then she was brainwashed, and then after that she just decided, okay, I want to leave the Batman. No, I think that was wrong. I think that was all the way wrong. And they should have just kept her originally. They should have kept her white. I'm sorry. I just think there's certain things that you can't touch. It would be the equivalent of somebody trying to say that Sammy Davis Jr., you got a white person trying to play him. Like, no, or you got a white person trying to play like Shaka Zulu. Or you have a white person trying to play Malcolm X. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And I never known for Batwoman to be black. I just never known for that. And then another thing, it was like, it became too political. Like, okay, we knew she was gay. It's like everything was like on a sisterhood gay agenda. And it's the same thing that took down the first Ghostbusters reboot. It was the same thing that took that down. The movie could have been awesome. But when they sit up there and in order for the Marshmallow Man to fall, he had to get shot in his dick with the proton pack and all of that. And I just think the show just became too political. then it was too all over the place. It was too many different storylines that didn't connect. As me being the Batman, I could keep it all the way real. It was just a lot of things that did not connect. Then, what happened to Black Mask? All of a sudden, they could have stuck with that storyline. And it's the same thing that happened with, I'm not going to lie, Empire. Empire was a great show, but they was trying to pack too much. Instead of, the show could have been better if they would have just broke it down and just simplified it, but they just was trying to pack 3 or 4 things into an hour. And you can see that it just watered down the show, and the show just was never the same. And that's the same thing what happened with Batwoman. And I love gay people. Do not get me wrong. But sometimes everything ain't got to be, it's gay, it's gay, it's gay, and it's gay, it's gay, and it's just keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed. No. I like the first storyline with Ruby in it. I liked it. I liked how, okay, she was in school. They were in military school. Okay. I like how they was in military school, and at them times, the gay agenda, you couldn't be like, oh, I'm fully in love with this girl. And then when they found out, I love you too. And they wasn't really in the fight for rights. I understood that. And I think that was a very great storyline. A very good storyline. You know what I'm saying? And the girl, against her parents' wishes, I knew people wouldn't. She couldn't come out and say, oh yeah, I'm in love with this woman. She couldn't come out and say it. Beautiful storyline. It was realism to it and everything. I got that, but it became too much. It became too political. And sometimes you just gotta keep shit simple. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. And I think they tried to push too many agendas. Okay. They tried to push the black agenda. They tried to push the gay agenda. They was just doing too much. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. I don't think they should have waited down the line to do the storyline of, her meeting her real mother. I think that kind of threw it off too. You know what I'm saying? The black girl knowing, her mother coming out of the woodwork, then her brother, then they try to make the Joker black. He got hit as a kid. The Joker shook his hand and it shocked him and it turned him into a Joker. Then he had to get frozen. It was just too much going on. It just was way too much. And I think it watered down the show. It just did. Then the love interest, how can this girl, the cop, how could she love Ruby so much? How could she love Batwoman so much and then go to falling in love with the duplicate Batwoman? That's another thing that threw me off. I think that they shouldn't even have had done that. You know what I'm saying? They should have let it build up. They just threw it out there. Okay, now they in love. Then you it became predictable because they was always fussing with each other. And then it was the love-hate. It was just too much. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, having Black Mask, they just killed the storyline. And they killed the Ruby Red storyline. All of a sudden, they killed... Okay, I understood her dying in the plane crash. But, okay, she got her memory back. Why didn't she want to be Batwoman no more? It was like the agenda was already in their minds. We're going to push this as a gay black woman. We're going to push that agenda. We're going to push it. And it didn't have to be all of that. What they should have did is kept the original right now. This is what they could have done. This is what they could have done. They could have made the black girl, I'm going to be honest, they could have made that a Robin. I think that would have been really more better. You know what I'm saying? Her and Ruby working together and she just became a black Robin. That would have been beautiful. I think that would have been great. It would have been different. because it's been many different Robins. It ain't been that many different Batmans or many Batwomans. It's been a lot of different Robins. You know, and I could have seen her in a Robin outfit. Yeah, that would have been more suitable. But the right Ruby, I think that making her black and with the gay agenda just pushed it, made it political. And I think they didn't even have to do that. Now, Batwoman, don't get me wrong. Batwoman did have its struggles. But I'm going to tell you, the changes they made didn't make it no better. Then another thing, I'm going to be honest with you. The Bruce Wayne element. You have him here sometimes, but then he not here all the time. That didn't work either. I understood him being gone or whatever and disappearing. But eventually, they waited too long. They should have been brought Bruce Wayne back. I think the second season, they should have done that. Or at least in the third season, they should have brought him back. They should have brought Bruce Wayne back. They should have brought Bruce Wayne back. You cannot have any type of Bat universe without Bruce Wayne being a part of it some type of way. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Now, I love the Poison Ivy storyline. And I just wish they could have even did that more earlier. Or stuck with that. But they was just trying to compact too much. And I'm not even going to lie. My little peoples, my little nephew was like, I ain't going to lie. I didn't like the fact, you know, that they switched it up like that they changed. And this is coming from a black 17-year-old. He said, I ain't gonna lie, Paul, I ain't like the fact that they had changed Batwoman white. I mean, in the black. He said, I didn't like that. I'm gonna keep it real. He said, I don't think they should have did that. He said with the whole plane crash situation, they should have just stuck with that. They should have just stuck with that. And I'm all for equal equality. And I'm all, but certain things you just can't touch. I know you may want to. It's like trying to have somebody white play Jackie Robinson. Like, you can't touch that. Or somebody white play Muhammad Ali. You can't touch that. You know? And I want more roles for blacks or whatever. But sometimes they do stuff and they make it too political sometimes. And it's just, no. It's like the whole time about the cops shooting, you know, the black dude or whatever. You know, and like, it was just too much. It was too much. You know, that he was going through PSD. And they was doing too much. They should have just kept it. Batman is simple. He fights crime. It's simple. He fights crime and he gets out of dangerous situations. Like I said, them all of a sudden, they got us drawn in with the Black Man storyline. And Ruby coming back from the dead. They got us into that. And then Black Mask just disappeared. And then they just moved on to Poison Ivy and stuff like that. No, Black Mask is a real important character to the Bat universe. He's one of the important people. You know? They could have stuck with that. But they left the Two-Face. And then they just threw away. Okay, she back from the dead. Now I gotta go. Here's the leftovers for the black girl. For the black Batwoman. No. Batman don't even switch over like that. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Like I said, you can't show clips of Bruce Wayne, but then you don't have him in no damn shows. That ain't gonna work. And all of a sudden, if that's the case, everybody know the Batman. Or the reason why Batman never really got married or had kids, because he loved Gotham that much. He'd have never left Gotham for no 3 years and let it been ran down like that. Let's just get that out there in the equation. So they really fucked up with that. Now I could have seen they could have had like Bane in there or something, and he broke his back, and Bruce was recovering or something like that. And then you bring him in. They could have even did a storyline like that. But to make it like, oh, Bruce Wayne just disappeared. No, everybody know Bruce Wayne wouldn't even do no type of shit like that. Batman embodied Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne wasn't even Bruce Wayne no more. Bruce Wayne lived, sleep, ate, even shitted Batman. Batman was everything to him. That's why he could never have a love interest. And when he did, it never worked. And that's in every movie that he even been in. Even when Chris Nolan redid Batman. You see with the Rachel Dawes character. She said, nah, the real you is Batman. And that's why her and Bruce could never ever really love each other. Because Batman was everything to him. So he done never left Gotham like that. So for a lot of diehard Batman fans like myself that know the origin of Batman, the only time he left is when he went off for training to learn the criminal mind. But after he got everything together, every movie shows you this. He came back and he embodied Gotham with all the money and everything he had. Just like in the recent, the Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman. You see, he don't even care about the businesses or nothing. The businesses and everything are crumbling. He don't care about that. Everything is Batman. So to make it like Batman just abandoned and Gotham like that, to a lot of lifelong Batman fans, that threw us off. We didn't like that. So honestly, they should have been brought Bruce Wayne the fuck back. He'd have never left that long like that. He'd have never let Gotham get ran down like that. So that was another really, really big element that made the show limp anyway. So that was another element. And there was too many storylines that got broken. Okay, just when the black girl and the Chinese girl was about to love each other. I ain't gonna even lie. And then another thing where they messed up at. Allison should have just been a straight, now the Allison storyline was great, but they should have kept that basic. Okay, now Allison want the love of her sister so much, and then this and that. It would be the equivalent of trying to make the Joker normal. No, the Joker's not fucking normal. He doesn't care about anything. He only cares about destruction. He doesn't even give a fuck about Harley Quinn. If you look at the origin, he really don't. And that's the origin of the Bat universe. They was just trying to do too many different things and sometimes just keep shit simple. That's why Marvel is winning. Like, I like how Marvel do their universes. I like how they did the Batman universe. How, as time went along, they built up and then bam, here we go, now Miles. Now we got the Black Spider-Man. They ain't making, Peter Parker was this and that. No. And they added it all together. I just found myself losing interest in Batwoman after a while. It was just too much going on. They broke too many storylines. Then they was adding too much. Then all of a sudden, the brother, the Joker, then he got to get hit with the buzzard. Then after that, you got to freeze him. Then it was too much going on. It was just too political. It was just too much going on. And with a show, you got to simplify things. Why do you think we love Power so much? Why? Power is simple. And everything equals up. They don't give you everything in one whip. Like, you can see, like, how Power is written. You can see how when Malik, and you can go back to the old episodes, how Malik was in episode 1 to how he is now. It's like it's a whole different ball game. Because they kept things simple. I ain't gonna even lie. It was like you couldn't even see Tyreek about to become what he has become. So, like, you could never even see that coming. You feel what I'm saying? They left it suspenseful. They didn't try to do too fucking much. And now, that one show has turned into a whole fucking universe. You know, Power wasn't even supposed to be a force and all this. But the writing is good. They don't try to do too much. And they talk about gay issues, everything within the show, and it's not too much, and it all equals up. And you can look at the show, and it unfolds as real life situations, not no political shit that they trying to push. And I think that's what made shit go down with Batwoman. To where, unfortunately, it was cut. That's what it was. They can't switch up too many things, Jay. And that's exactly what they did. They just switched up too much, and they tried to impact too much into an hour. And you can't do that. They should have simplified it and kept it simple. And then changing Batwoman. I ain't gonna lie. People don't want to say it. But I already knew when they switched Batwoman to black, I said, nah. And with this LGBT stuff that they try, I said, yeah, this ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. They just came out better. Like I said, they could have made her Robin. It's been many, many different Robins. It ain't been a lot, and it's been many, it ain't really been that many different Batwomans. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot. They could have made her Robin. You know what I'm saying? And then making Ruby love interest, love on her, and it was just too much going on. And then the Chinese girl, she was, you know what I'm saying? She was becoming the new Poison Ivy, and then her and Allison was going on a, you know what, to be honest, I kind of liked that more than the Wilder brother being the new Joker. It just didn't even look right. It didn't even sit right with me. I'm like, the Joker's fierce. This guy is not fierce. He's not giving me he's gonna terrorize Gotham. It just wasn't giving me that. I ain't gonna even lie. When the show that came on Gotham, that came on Fox, that Joker was more fierce than what this new Joker was supposed to be. Then he took over Wayne Enterprises, and it was just too much. It was too much. So that's my take on it. They should have let the other woman play Ruby, let her play Batwoman, and they could have made the black girl Robin. Instead of just trying to push it all, okay, yeah, black power, gay rights, yeah, we gotta, like that's going, you can tell it was just something to jot up ratings. That's what it really was. We're gonna get a black audience, and we're gonna get a gay audience, and they're gonna watch it. And we was all like, everybody, as Batman fans was like, oh, hell no. Nah. People that love Batman, truly love him, was like, this ain't a Batman I'm familiar with. I ain't familiar with this Batman. I ain't familiar with this. So that's my take on it. That's my true take. I know this may rub some people the wrong way, but it ain't even about that. It's just me answering questions that people written to me. Yeah, man. Like I said, as a lifelong Batman fan, who's somebody who grew up on Batman, you know, looked at the Adam West Batman, you know, I even went to the movies, and you know, as a Batman fan, this is a no-no. I even spent money to go see Batman and Robin. I know it's blasphemy for me to say that. As a Batman fan, I spent money to go see Batman and Robin. The George Clooney Batman. I loved Batman so much, I paid to see it, and I sat in the movie theater to watch the movie the whole time. With the back card and the nipples and all of that shit. And I was even waiting for the sequel to come out to that shit. I watched the whole movie. Not part of the movie, over a corner of the movie. The whole fucking movie. I was sad when Batman didn't come out for a long ass time. Because you got to think, after 97, Batman didn't come back till 2008. Let me say, he didn't come back to 2008, baby. And I was upset. But how Chris Nolan did it, no, sorry, y'all, 2005. So you 97 to 2005, that's a long ass gap as a Batman fan. I was pissed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But baby, when Chris Nolan did it, when he did the Batman, he did it on a whole nother level. And I ain't gonna lie, I even enjoyed the Batman. The Batman was good. So that my love for Batman, hey, I'm with the shits with Batman. So that's why when they did what they did as far as with Batwoman, it threw me it threw me off. I don't wanna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was thrown off. So these is the reasons why Batwoman went down. Leave me some comments in my YouTube section. I'm all for it. Because I know I'm not far-fetched. They tried to push too many agendas and they made it too political. I'm not gonna lie. They really did. There was too many things going on. And and that makes people lose interest. Real talk. So, write in my comment section. Get back to me. Other than that, check out my Facebook page over on Paul Moles, Check out my YouTube page. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all the people that wrote to me. I look forward to answering more of your questions. Write to me and leave me a message. I will get back to y'all 24, no later than 48 hours because y'all already know. PaulTv, I'm very interactive. All right. I love y'all. Have a great Thursday. Everybody take care. Oh, yeah, before I go, shout out to Chicago. Y'all always show me love. Shout out to Philadelphia. Y'all been showing me love from day one. Shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game, Gilly and Wallow. They always have shown love too. So, until next time, I love y'all. Take care. This has been PaulTv Am on YouTube. I love y'all. Have a great morning, everybody. Peace.